so this is another equation, but this time it has two radicals in it. And you see that they're square roots. So normally what we do when we have a radical is we say we isolate the radical on one side, like we try to get the radical by itself. But because there are two of them, you can't get them both by themselves, right? Okay, so what we do is we split them up. So I'm going to bring this one over to the other side. So then I'm going to have this equation. The square root of 2x plus 3 equals 4 minus the square root of x minus 2. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to think about the radical on the left. I'm going to square both sides. Okay, then on the left, I'm going to get rid of the square and the square root, so I'll just have 2x plus 3. That's great. That's working good. But on the right, not so much. we have to multiply this out. So I'm going to just write another one. I don't want to take all my room because I know I have to check this problem at some point. Okay, now when I multiply this out, I have to get 16. I'm going to multiply with FOIL. It'll be minus 4 square root x minus 2. That's going to be the outsides. There's going to be another minus 4 square root x minus 2. And then it's going to be positive square root of x minus 2 squared, right? So that's how that's working. Now, if you're saying, hey, the square root and the square cancel, yep, they do. Okay, I guess I should have put parentheses around that, but that happens. Okay, let's see what we have now. 2x plus 3 equals 16. Now, those are the same radical, so I can combine them. Minus 8 square root x minus 2. And then it's going to be plus x minus 2 because of this part right here. Okay? So when I had the square root of x minus 2 squared, then I just was going to get the x minus 2. Okay. Now, we can do more. So 2x plus 3 equals, that 16 minus 2 is going to be a 14, plus the x minus 8 square root x minus 2. Okay, I'm going to get the 14 on the other side. And I might as well minus the x on the other side at the same time. Okay, so I get x minus 11. 2x minus x is x. 3 minus 14 is negative 11 equals negative 8 square root x minus 2. Now, to avoid the fractions, I'm going to go ahead and square both sides. So I'm not dividing by negative 8. Okay, so we got rid of the one radical by squaring both sides. Now we have to get rid of the other radical by squaring both sides. So on the left, if you square that out, you're going to get x squared minus 22x plus 121. You just have to trust me on that. And then here you're going to get 64 times x minus 2. So I'm getting into some kind of bigger numbers here, but let's see what happens. How did I get this 64? I had to square the negative 8, and then I had to square the radical part, but that's just going to be x minus 2. Okay, so it is quadratic. Yay. And so I'll distribute here, and I get 64x minus 128. Okay, so let's subtract the 64x. You're probably saying, this is a lot of work. Let's add the 128. I would agree. It's a lot of work for this one. Let's see what we get. X squared minus 86x plus 249. Oh my goodness, 249 equals 0. All right, now we're trying to find two numbers that multiply to be 249 and add to be negative 86. And I don't know what those numbers are right off the bat. I know that 3 goes into 249. In fact, how many times does it go in? 3 times 83. Oh, that looks good right there, doesn't it? Okay, so Those actually, if I make them both negative, -3 times -83, those are going to add to be -86 and multiply to be 249. I got lucky there. Okay, so I get x minus 3 times x minus 83 equals 0. So I get two solutions, x equals 3 or x equals 83. I should say two possible solutions. Now, I have to check those. Where do I go? All the way back up here at the beginning. Okay, so here comes the check. So I'm going to say the square root of 2x plus 3 plus the square root of x minus 2, does that equal 4? And one of my answers was 3. So let's see if that one works. 2 times 3 plus 3 plus 3 minus 2, does that equal 4? 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. 3 minus 2 was 1. Okay, I'm all over the place. So I got 6 plus 3 was 9. Looks like this is going to work. 3 plus 1 equals 4. Smiley face, yep. Okay, so what did I try? I tried the 3. So the 3 works. Now we have to try the 83. Yikes. Okay, so I've lost my equation there. Okay, so it's going to be 2 times 83 plus 3 plus the square root of 83 minus 2. Does that equal 4? All right, well, that's going to be the question. What's 2 times 83? 166. Oops, that's a plus, sorry. What's 83 minus 2? Okay, this is very interesting. 169 plus the square root of 81 is 9. So I'm going to get 13 plus 9. Oh, if it had only been a minus, right? Okay, so that one doesn't work, but I know 83 seemed like a big number, but it could have worked. Sometimes, I mean, I haven't had an example yet, so you might not believe me, but sometimes both of them work. Okay, so that was a long, hard problem, and hopefully we don't have too many of those to do.